Hey everybody, what's going on? It's another Friday night. Friday right here at Churchill Smoke Shop. It's late as night. It's a little light right now, but as the old saying goes, it always get a little greater later. As
Oh, there
always,
you
got my
go.
right, as always, got my right hand man, my partner in crime, Mr. P. Powell to the third power, Mr. Preston Powell the third, and the general, the head scout himself, Mr. Abraham Brownfield. Fellas, good evening.
Man, what's going on, Chad? It's always good, like I always say, to be with the good brothers on a Friday. This Friday, smoking something a little new for us at the shop. It's from the Cowboy series from Stallone Cigars. This is the Alazan. We usually carry the Achibachi. This particular cigar has an Ecuadorian wrapper, Nicaraguan cigar. Like I said, it's from the Cowboy series. We use the Achibachi for our cigar of the month. What was that, about 4 or 5 months ago, Chad? It might have been
Mm-hmm.
2 3 months ago. But it's
Mm-hmm.
by our good friend Cameron Myers at Salon Cigars. He's the same gentleman that brought us that Spanish cigar that is really not being sold in the States yet. But this is first time smoking this, so I'm gonna try it tonight on the Good Brothers podcast. What you
Oh
guys
yeah.
got going on?
What about you, Abe?
Okay, I'm working with a Jaime Garcia Especial. I believe it's the Super Toro size. I, I didn't read the band, but I think it's Super Toro size, pretty enjoyable smoke from the My Father factory. Jaime Garcia is the son of Kevin, also known as Jose Garcia. They've been doing cigars for quite a while. They started out in Miami, and they have a factory actually in Nicaragua, and they produce a lot of good cigars.
You sound kind of glitching on you, when you lean, when you move. I think it's glitching on you a little bit. What you got there, Chad?
Oh man, one of my favorites. I had this last week.
Oh, the
This
mofo.
is the Mofo by Painkiller or GTO Painkiller Mofo. Of course, shout out to the good Dr. Oscar Rodriguez, the good grown Nicaraguan Cuban seed, Cuban filler, Nicaraguan Maduro.
Right. And then as
Great stick,
always,
good stick.
as Chad said earlier, it's Friday night on the hill, so you got to have your cocktail. And, with the smokes, that's what Good Brothers always do. We try to get with the topic of the day. So, Chad, I'm coming to you first, man. What you think about this Carlee Robertson? Was it Russell? Carlee Russell. Carlee Russell thing.
Hey, she's not wholesome. She's not wholesome at all,
I
bro.
think your volume went out. Oh, it might be me. It's me. It was me.
She's not wholesome. She's not wholesome at all. You fabricated a whole story to try to get some attention. But she might need some therapy, though. You know what I'm saying? She might have IDD. Identity social disorder, something like that. I mean, who knows? You know what I'm saying? She needs some attention in her life. I don't.
Well,
Maybe I'm.
for those who are not familiar, before Chad goes deeper, we're gonna run a little video so you can get up to speed of what happened with
A
Carlee
strange
Russell.
twist in the already strange mystery surrounding the woman in Alabama who disappeared and then turned up 2 days later saying she'd been abducted. Police are now talking publicly about what Carlee Russell was searching for online before she vanished.
Police say they are still investigating, and the reason why they came forward with all this information is they said a lot of people in the community were worried, and then they went into detail just about watching the surveillance video while she was at work and watching Carlee take some items away from that job, and then also stopping at Target for snacks.
What we can't say is that we've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators.
You think about all the people who hit the streets to try to find her, and then all the police resources that were used in this. But then you go into that internet search history, and I thought that was so detailed by this police department when it comes to how old does someone have to be for an Amber Alert, or the one-way bus ticket, or that movie Taken. So many questions about this one.
But Chad, go ahead and continue what you're saying.
She might need some therapy. She might need somebody to talk to.
Right.
Because I mean, she embarrassed herself in a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
I know that even AKs. I mean,
I didn't realize she was AK till you told me.
oh, it tripped me out when I saw it too. I was like, whoa, okay then.
Scout, what you got? Abraham, what you think?
Yeah, actually, I believe that's some of the first things that I saw was her Greek affiliation, and then they showed her in a professional, the lab coat, white coat. I guess she
Going in and out of here. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, my
Yeah, there you
sound
go.
iffy right now. Let me get back to you.
Okay, then. Yeah, it's going in and out on head scowl, so he'll get back with us. But we showed you the video of what's going on. Man, look, it's another Justice Smollett situation. And
Yeah, pretty much.
the more you hear, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they got her on tape like Ice Cube for Friday stealing boxes. They got her on tape where the road, taking toilet paper out when she worked. So, I don't know. It just wasn't well thought out. And I don't know if it's for attention. That's why I asked you, Chad. I don't know if it's like a particular mental illness that I don't know. We don't know, and we're not trying to self-diagnose, but
Right.
that's pretty bad to come up with a story like that. And they still sticking to it. So we should say allegedly, because they still sticking to the story for the most part.
And where's the baby that was in the highway? Where's the baby at?
Ain't nobody say anything about that no more. Like the baby just left the store. I know that the sheriff said there was no evidence that a child was ever involved. So
Sad, sad state of affairs.
I don't know. Did she have a boyfriend?
That I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about that.
Like, she had a dude. Was she trying to,
I don't know. I mean, she's an attractive young lady. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But it's just amazing the lengths that people will go through for attention.
Yeah, I know, man. But this is that age, man. I think you touched on it a couple of podcasts back about the mental illness of social media and what is doing to people as far as their mentalities about being social creatures and having to have that attention. I mean, think about it. We got people our age that count their likes.
We see them up here.
I don't understand that, but you still got people do that.
For sure.
Man, I had somebody tell me this a while back. Hey man, did you see my post? I was like, no. What is it? Just tell me. We right here. I mean, no, you gotta go look at it, man. I'm like, bro, we right here talking. Tell me what you posted. Man, no, you gotta go look at it and like it. That irks the hell out of me.
Right.
And that's the era we live in. People need that affirmations that is from other people, which
change that word from affirmation to validation.
Oh yeah.
That's
validation.
Different.
Yeah.
It's validation.
Make you feel like you're somebody, or make you feel like you're worth stuff and stuff like that.
Because a lot of people, if you notice, I think I said it last week. A lot of these cats out here, when they was in high school, junior high school, they probably sat in the cafeteria by themselves, or it could be the other way around, where they're in their glory days, and they still want to live in that day when they was the center of attention, or they receive all the accolades. There's a thing about being seen. What you trying to be seen? Who you trying to impress?
Right.
9 times out of 10 don't look like you did 30 years ago. And sometimes you glow up, sometimes you glow down. But that's life. And being able to accept and acknowledge certain things, certain changes in life. And to be accepting who you are, if there's some change you feel like that you need to do personally, then you do that. Don't do it to seek validation and to be included. Because I can tell anybody all the time. I would rather much be welcomed and missed than be tolerated because I'm accepted and affiliated. And by whatever that means to you, you take that, you put it in your back pocket. Now, whatever she feels to be included and liked and all this, go viral and get Facebook stars, I have no clue. But she needs some help. She needs to go talk to somebody. And she might need some education. She might need some she needs some psychoeducation and some pills.
Mm-hmm. But here's the part I don't understand. Why look at the movie Taken? You on the other side of them. You doing the Taken. I don't get that. Scout, you got your sound right?
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, you
okay.
Yeah, you good.
Oh yeah, I think she needs a lot of help. Okay. And I always look at another angle. What did she have to gain from this disappearing act?
Yeah.
When we talk about movies, we talk about disappearing act. There's a lot of movies. She
Gone Girl.
She just went gone. I'm thinking maybe she had something going on with an old man. You know,
Yeah.
maybe she had what they call that, a sneaker link,
Yeah.
and she wanted to get down for 48 hours, but you know she just didn't know how to do it. You know, so she made a big splash, you know, so she could have an explanation. You know, it wasn't well thought out at all.
No, that's the biggest part about it. It wasn't well thought out at all. I mean, she created a national fuss, and especially, you know,
Yeah.
one thing I did hear is that a lot of people are disappointed because when black women go missing, they already don't want to go looking for them. You know, and this just more perpetuate. You know, they say it's more perpetuated, but you know, I would challenge that because hell, it was more white women that did this than black women. So you know, shit, it was just a couple of years ago. Yeah, one in
But
California.
Preston, let's look at it though. You know, they want a national outrage, but you know, I shared it when I initially saw it because I looked at it, I like, young lady, educated lady, trying to do the right thing and got abducted. But I did not see a multi-state reach on that. You know, if it had been evidence that, somebody might have taken her across state lines or something, you know, the local people, should have taken up arms just like they do for anybody else missing. Go out, like they go out and search these fields and stuff. They go hand in hand and they just walk in. I didn't see any of that. I just saw a bunch of keyboard clapping.
But
You know,
I think what you said earlier is what she made the mistake at. She made the fake abduction on the highway. That's why I immediately went to, a nationwide or regional search because she said she got, the whole abduction happened on the highway. So if you would just logically assume someone on the highway, you don't know where they went. You know, they could have kept on out the state or whatever.
I thought you was going to a highway to heaven.
That's what when I first heard it, I was like, oh man. First thing I thought in my mind is somebody grabbed her and did some harm to her, feeling bad for her. And that's the downside of this kind of stuff. It's just you give people emotions, you put them on that emotional roller coaster, somebody's gonna have to pay for that.
Right.
That backlash is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm. And charges will come behind that too.
Yeah, pretty strong backlash because it's like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. She was abducted for 48 hours, but managed when she got away to come out into the clearance and she could see.
Right. That's true. Well, at least she got some. What she said, they fed her cheese and crackers.
Yeah, she didn't starve,
Yeah.
I know, she looked kind of rough, but. Man.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. But keep it on the same line. What do y'all think about Tara Young?
On Fox, the last 2 months are described as terrifying for a Houston woman who we're told is being detained in Dubai. Fox 26's Domly Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Domly.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City, but according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. she raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation.
It's very frightening. The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man can do in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not right.
Now, the 29-year-old does now have an attorney there in Dubai, and her mom says she's told that she could face jail time because there is surveillance video of her screaming. Now, we have reached out to the U.S. and the UAE embassies. Will government officials step in and give her assistance? I'm still awaiting responses. Reporting live near downtown Houston, I'm Damalie Keith, Fox 26 News.
Tara Young Allen, that's a young lady from Houston that went to Dubai and got arrested for screaming in public, basically yelling at a man. You know?
Oh, I mean, Abe said it best in the conversation we had earlier. You know, it's one thing to display certain characters that are acceptable in certain cultures. It's another thing to try to do the same thing in cultures where it's not acceptable. First of all, you need to do your research on where you're going.
That's it, yeah.
You know, you need to do your research where you're going. Dubai don't stand for that. There are certain rules. As a matter of fact, most travel agents will tell you go over there. There's certain things you can and cannot do, and I advise you not to do them.
Yeah.
You know, but then there are some videos that surfaced about her behavior. She got kicked out of Airbnb with some friends. Who sold on the dude? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, I mean, normally, if your behavior is that if that's your normal behavior, 9 times 10 you're gonna keep doing the same thing. You don't get checked. Well, guess what? She got checked.
You know, she was just like school on a Sunday, no class.
Pretty
I'm
much.
not going to attack her appearance. You know, some people might. You know, they have seen the videos of her with the colored hair and all of this. You know, I don't even know if Dubai would really. I don't know who idea it was for her to go to Dubai. You know, because most people I see go to Dubai, they go dignified. No, they want to wear. They want to.
You went out on us again, Ham. Scout. You went out.
And it seems like
She
she's
back.
returning to Panama City Beach.
Yeah. You know, one of those things, speaking along what y'all talking about, what happened is, you know, you have this, you know, you had the what they call it, the passport bros movement, like brothers going out of the country, you know, to date and marry women and stuff like that. And, you know, I saw somebody suggest, well, women can do it too. And I would tell you this, you know, not taking either side of the debate, you do what you want to do. But if you're having a problem with American men, you damn sure have a problem with anything overseas. Because that ain't happening. That behavior that you can do over here in America, and that's for women across the board, black, white, blue, green, or brown.
Yeah.
If you do it in America, you cannot do with a man overseas. That ain't happening.
Cause L for y'all gonna whoop you.
Yeah, you get slapped for your bath. The man bathwater ain't hot enough.
Yeah, exactly. You beat with a cane.
Yeah, that ain't happening. I think there's some misconception. And look, I watch a lot of foreign films, and I catch myself sometimes. Like when you're watching it, and you be like, "Oh man, just do this," but then you forget culturally, those things are not acceptable. You know, you can't. You know, you can't do certain things like that. You know, you gotta adjust your whole mentality when you living overseas or you going somewhere, or just when you go out of the country. And if you ain't willing to do that, I suggest you stay in your neighborhood.
Yep. In your own residence on top of that.
That's your best bet. But you know, Because I think she like an influencer or something? I know she was a truck driver, but I think she did like what TikToks or Twitter or Instagram or something. I can't remember which one.
I know she has an account. Don't know if she's an influencer or not.
Yeah, because I know she did. You know, I know they had some pictures that she's vacationing and I think it was the scout said, I don't know why would you pick Dubai anyway? That's not the place to go to have to do that kind of fun.
Right.
You might as well stay in the States and go to Vegas if you're trying to have that kind of fun.
Somewhere that condones misbehavior to a certain degree.
Vegas, New Orleans, Miami Beach, you good. Yeah, you ain't gonna do that kind of behavior anywhere else. And think you finna get away with it. No,
Though they got quiet time in Dubai too, don't they? They got quiet time. They got quiet time.
Shit, I don't know. That shit. I just know it's a Muslim country. They got plenty of money and they don't need yours.
Right.
So you better follow their rules.
Right.
I remember when I was playing basketball and I was down in Mexico. I remember we had that first meeting, and that dude put aside. He said, "Look," he said, "Man, they're gonna give there's only 2 Americans per team." He said, "Look, they're gonna give you deference." He said, "But please don't do nothing that they can make an example out of you, because they will, because that helps them control their society. Like, if they can do that to an American, they can do that to anybody else. What's going on, bro? They'll do that to anybody else." And I never get that big speech that dude gave me about that. I said, "Man, don't do nothing that will make them give them the opportunity to make an example out of you." And I was like, "Yep, that was enough for me right there." Like, I gotta go home. You know what I ain't planning on saying nigga. Look, actually, you could have had 3 players per team. If one person got naturalized, like, shit, nope. I'll make sure I got my visa. Get in, play, get on back to the States.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Look, there's one more thing. Did y'all see that this is something I don't know if y'all even saw, and I meant to bring it up earlier. Did y'all see that tennis player from Hungary? That she was playing a Chinese player, and they had a discussion about a ball that hit the line, and she went up there with her foot and erased it.
Oh, I thought it was good. Marissa Tor isn't sure. Normally when you kind of linger. Oh, no, it is wide.
Keep the mark. Keep the mark.
Can you believe this? She has retired from this match. I mean, we saw the doctor there.
I missed that one.
Clearly, nothing is wrong with her. She was in floods of tears at the.
So the event going on in Hungary, in Budapest right now. You won't miss this. Just put it in your Google and your YouTube, and we'll probably post some videos in the podcast showing you what happened. But they ambassaded the young girl for doing it, and because the Chinese girl had a little mental breakdown, and she kind of forfeited the rest of the match. But she was just, she went up there, the ball hit the line. She didn't want the girl went up there and just took her foot and just erased it. And I was like, wow, it just, what it made me think about, and that's keeping in line with what we're talking about today, is in this age, this internet age, when everybody have instant information, all that stuff and that ability to be, you used to be when we were young, you could be an asshole and only your community would know you're an asshole.
Right.
Now, you do that shit out public now. Excuse my language. Oh, you the national one now. You same thing with Carlee Russell. I think if she wouldn't have got abducted on the interstate and kept it local, like the Scout said, it might didn't blow up as big. Unless her family took it to the internet when they were looking for her. but yeah, it blew up real big. You know, it's big enough that I think when a family was on Today's show, or was it Good Morning America? I can't remember which one she was on.
It's both of them.
Well, I mean, her dad. You can tell her dad was like he didn't want to. He didn't want to be there. He was like, get off this. This is But that's your baby. That's your girl. That's your If she said that happened, what are you gonna do? You gotta ride that out till you figure out the truth.
Well, that would be me and my parents. My parents would have whipped my ass.
Jump.
Yeah, exactly.
You
said what happened?
The ER stay would have been a little bit longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Jump. You don't get those second tries at that. That you don't even think about it. You don't even think about it at all.
Man, I tell you.
Well, it takes all kinds. It takes all kinds.
Yeah, it's taking all kinds. And if you could just set up a bingo card for sure, you would have said that, somebody could just make up an abduction and call 911 and do all that. It doesn't sound like things we do in our community.
Right.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a sad state of affairs, man. Like what I pray for her to the point of I hope she, as Abe says, she gets the help that she needs.
Yeah.
Because she has some issues that she needs to address.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of makes me wonder if there's some type of childhood trauma that hasn't been addressed or some other issues. It might even come down to hormonal issues. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but it doesn't look good for the community as a whole.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. Like you said, you hope she get the help she needs. You hope that at the end of the day, she don't catch a charge. I imagine if anything, payback whatever money was cost from the city for the search or whatnot, and try to get this to go away as soon as possible. I think that's the best case scenario for her.
Right.
As far as Tara Allen is, hey, just pay for the broken rental car because goddamn, you had a wreck in the rental. Now, look, anybody knows you rent a car, you have an accident in it, they're gonna have to get something from you about fixing that damn car, unless it wasn't your fault, before you get stuff out of the car. I mean, that doesn't make sense. That she thought she can, that's how the argument happened. That when she started yelling at the man, she wanted to get I guess a friend of hers or whatever got in an accident. She wanted her stuff out of the car. Well, and they were like, no, you can't get the stuff out of the car till we make arrangements to pay for this accident. Just pay for it. I mean, it ain't no way around that. You got an accident. Pay for it.
Yeah. The same way people walk away from accidents, they start running from the scene. But hey, like F1 5 said, that's the way of the world.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Right now today.
Phone ring like the podcast. But guys, y'all got anything else going on?
I don't know, man. It's Friday night.
Well,
just waiting to get paid.
You know what? Football about to start up. Training camp starts on Monday. Most teams report. I know the Saints report Monday. You ain't know. They report Monday. So we should have a lot to talk about then. And we got a couple of guests coming up. In fact, yesterday after chat, I spoke to the Jack State linebackers coach.
Yeah, Coach Taekwondo.
Yeah, he was in here last night. And I'll try to get him on and talk about the upcoming season. You see, Coach Prime got to have another surgery up in Colorado. Neely flew back in town yesterday. So he said, he would want to come back on because, when he'll be here to the end of the month, then he got to go back because the season started and, put up more content. You get a chance, y'all check out the pregame show. He put up some good content up there. So you keep following the story of Prime, Shador, and, some of the people that transferred from Jackson State over to Colorado. And you keep viewing their journey as they move forward in the Pac-12. You know?
Yep, the good old Pac-12. You Jackson State folks, stop being mad. It's over with.
It's over. Yeah,
It's over with.
I mean, are people still mad?
Man, what?
I
Does
mean,
Popeye's fried chicken?
I thought everybody threw their prime shirts away and got to protect the yard shirts. I mean,
yeah, I see you putting them protect the
on
yard.
TC's tip.
Oh yeah, but you know how it is sometimes when they still talk about that break. Mama said, I wish you would say something to your bro.
Right.
They still talking. It's just, man, let it go. It's over with. It's time to guard the yard. And you know what I'm saying? It's TC's time. We're gonna support TC.
Yeah, get out here to support TC.
Exactly. We wish Coach Prime all the best and all the players who left with Colorado. It ain't even like that. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger, man. It is what it is.
Yeah,
but
what's your saying on every game day?
All the Tigers got the hump.
There you go. That's coming from a Tiger himself. Let you know. Let's got head scout. You're a Tiger too. What I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
you're a Tiger too. Yeah. I guess I'm the only one that ain't a Tiger, huh?
You honorary. You honorary.
Honorary. Yeah, there you go. Honorary Tiger.
You honorary. Well, guys.
Go ahead, Chad.
Hey man, this always be a pleasure to be on with you guys, and we're gonna, for anybody want to come up and come talk to us, please feel free. Most time we'll be up here on Friday nights, of course, doing the Good Buzz Media podcast. And again, we got Mr. P. Powell to the third power, we got Mr. President Powell the third, and the General Head Scout, Mr. Abraham Brownfield.
Alexander's pretty good. It smoked real well.
It looks like it.
Looks like it. It's not as strong as Achabachi. But
Achabachi good.
Yeah, it's not as strong as Achabachi because Achabachi is I think Achabachi is it's a Nicaraguan rapper and filler, if not mistaken. This has an Ecuadorian rapper, so it's not as strong, but it's right up my palate. It's right up my palate. That's what's up. Passed pretty well with this bullet, so I'm enjoying this. But as Chad said, get in the comments to continue the discussion. What do you think about the two young ladies and their antics this week? What's your thoughts and how you think this thing's gonna play out? Head Scout, you got anything else?
No, I was really geared up to talk about the abduction, because it really kind of got with me, when I found out that none of her statements could be corroborated.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That just took the wind out of my sails. I mean, I was waiting on a good story, just wanted to hear something and it didn't happen.
That's rough. That's rough. Right. But as always, man, it's the Good Brothers, man. Friday night on the hill. Come out and holler at us. If you got any comments, concerns, hit us up. We'd love to hear.
As always, like we say before, man, come see us. Come meet some good people. You might end up leaving with a friend.
There you go.
Until next time, we appreciate you. We out.